So if you're familiar with the World of Warships, I'm not very familiar in a sense, but I've heard of the game and I've seen one of the big YouTubers here. We have Jace2San. In his channel, he endorses the company here, and he plays the game, and is very into it. Anyway, and then this got my attention when the article at GameIndustry.biz mentions that what was it? That the World of Warships contributors quit the game over loot boxes, which is another issue again. So, for those who are not familiar, loot boxes is a game mechanic of sorts, so that people could what do you call this? Could skip the process of grinding it out and automatically get certain items or upgrade, so to speak, so that you can breeze through the game. And it's one thing to pay for it for an item that you know what you're getting. It's another that it's a surprise mechanic of sorts, so you don't know what you're getting, and you'll be obligated, you'll be hooked in a sense of keep on paying and paying the same amount, so that hoping that you can get the item that you're looking for, similar to how EA is doing with their FIFA franchise, FIFA game here with the Ultimate Team uh, team team concept there. And obviously the main problem here is, and it's geared towards to young adults, especially for minors here. If minors were involved here, that's where I bring issue to this one, because unless government steps in and ensures or protects the interests of the individuals, because as of right now, many of the games that has game mechanics or loot boxes here are still considered uh, anyone could play the game here. But anyway, going back to the article here, according to those monetary concerns, so obviously this has impacted the gaming community, in particular to the World of Warships, who supports to for a game to last long. It's not just the players who play it, but the community that supports it and extends the longevity of the gaming community here. And without it, then typically a game will falter, and fewer people will support it or even play the game here. But the issue here is the change of an in-game item from, instead of a one-time purchase, as I mentioned earlier, to a randomized reward. And obviously, just to earn an extra buck here, which is not a recipe for success. Thank you for EA for doing this. So initially, if you they released the USS Missouri battleship, so you could buy it or originally, but now you have to use the game mechanics so you can avail it. And obviously, many of the content creators as well as contributors are appalled with what's happening here, and in protest they quit the game, which is their right to. And obviously, if the game contributors or creators are going to leave the game, similar to what's happening with I think with other FIFA games. Well, only time will tell. But for the company, according to Charlton, stating that playing not the company, one of the content creators, streamer Flambus, named Charlie. Oh, no, Paul Charlton of Mighty Jingles. Sorry. Anyway, and Charlton goes on to mention that playing the game has become toxic in the last few years, and goes on to say that increasingly aggressive monetization and implementation of gambling mechanics into a game marketed to children as young as the age of 7 here, which is the main issue that I have here. If it were adults that they're targeting, I have no problem. But obviously, they know based on their data, and obviously other companies are taking advantage, that obviously you want to target those vulnerable young children that doesn't know the responsibility. And obviously they don't have the money, and they use the money of their parents to spend on those items, and there's no warning, so to speak, and there's no repercussion, similar to, let's say, cigarette smoking is dangerous to your health. There's a clear statement there that it's hazardous to your health. And but in case of games, that it's a surprise mechanic, so it's not technically gambling, but it is gambling based on other studies already, which has been proven. So unless the government steps in and change this policy or make it a violation, then companies will always try to eke out or find loopholes and trying to leverage this, whether it's EA or in this case for World of Warship here, which is kind of disappointing here. Anyway, and but what's interesting, according to the developer Wargaming, who developed the game, they mentioned that they understand that there are several causes that have led us to this situation. Well, obviously, money is the main driver here because you wouldn't have pushed this aggressive monetization if money was not the main driver there. And he goes on to say that we have upset and disappointed many. Well, disappointed I think is to say the least here because you betrayed the trust. Because if CD Projekt Red were to do this in what do you call this, they were to do this in their Cyberpunk 2077, people would have been in up arms here with regards to the issue here. So it's going to be problematic here. Ah, wait. Hello. Wait. Anyway, so my issue here is make it fair for everyone, and has to be at least 18, an adult who should be using it. Because if an adult decides to purchase this monetization loot boxes type, then it's their responsibility, not the companies anymore, because it's for adult. But if it's below that, they're still kids, they're still children, then it's a totally different aspect here, which is I'm totally against with. So unless more people speak up about this issue, other games will follow suit, because they see, ooh, FIFA is doing this now, Wargaming is doing this, and then more and more gaming develop publishers will continue to do this, and and destroy the credibility of their gaming community. Well, unless people stop playing those games, then companies will stop behaving badly in this way.